On May 23, 2017, a group of around 200 armed men who pledged allegiance to the armed group ISIL laid siege to the city of Marawi in the southern Philippines and raised the group's black flag over several government facilities. Thousands of civilians were held hostage and the Philippine military launched an all-out offensive to free them. 5 months later, the battle was over. But Marawi was by now the most devastated city in the Philippines since World War II. More than 1,000 people were killed and millions more displaced. President Rodrigo Duterte promised the city would be rebuilt, but 4 years later, many Maranaos feel they have been forgotten. There is still a search for missing loved ones, and hundreds of bodies buried in haste during the conflict remain unidentified. Reconstruction efforts in the city are slow and thousands of people are still unable to go home. Inside Gov, a non-governmental organization focused on mapping Marawi's recovery, says it is hard to fully assess the real cost of the 5 months of war.
You had a 250-hectare urban city destroyed. It's just like Makati CBD being bombed to bits. It's not acceptable, and that the priority has to be helping people go home.
Security remains a problem too. According to International Alert, which monitors conflicts, clan wars are making a comeback. Illicit drug use is rising too, while armed groups continue to recruit young men, even in areas where conflicts have ended.
We just interviewed about 2 recent surrenderies. They've actually said that, it's being tapped, of course, by the extremist groups. They're using the delay in the reconstruction of Marawi as a rallying point to try and stoke frustrations of people.
The task force formed by the Duterte administration admits there have been challenges, including the COVID-19 pandemic and the economic recession, which have caused delays to the reconstruction of Marawi. It says it remains committed to getting Marawi back to a thriving and vibrant city.
But critics say so much time has been squandered by a government that was once given sweeping powers to implement reforms across the Lanao province, while survivors say there is nothing to commemorate because another year equates to another layer of hardship for most of them who are left to fend for themselves.